Right now, one setting inside Leonardo AI is quietly doubling your credit cost, and almost nobody knows when it's actually worth it. By the end of this video, you will know exactly when to turn Alchemy on, when to leave it off, and how to build one cinematic image that looks like it cost a Hollywood budget. And stick around, because there is one Phoenix setting near the end that changes prompt adherence more than anything else in this app. This matters today because credits run out fast, and guessing wrong costs you real money every single week. Leonardo AI is an image generation platform built for creators who need control, not just luck. It matters right now because the newest model, Phoenix, finally gives you sharp text, better hands, and real prompt accuracy. By the end of this video, you will have built one finished cinematic scene, start to finish, using the exact settings professionals rely on. And a little later, I'll show you the one toggle that quietly wastes half your credits if you leave it on by accident. Let's start with the dashboard. Open Leonardo and look at the top left. You'll see your model selector. Select Phoenix. This is the flagship model built for realism and coherence. Notice the credit counter in the corner. Keep an eye on it, because everything we do today affects that number directly. Below the model selector, you'll also find preset styles. Ignore those for now. We're building this manually, so you actually understand every choice. Now here's where most people mess this up. They toggle Alchemy on for every single image, without asking why. Alchemy is a rendering enhancement. It adds a second processing pass, refining lighting, texture, and depth. It genuinely improves image quality, but it also roughly doubles your credit cost per generation. So the real question isn't, should I use Alchemy? It's, does this image need it? Think of Alchemy like ordering a premium finish on a print. Worth it for the final poster, wasteful for a rough sketch you're still deciding on. Let's build our real project now. A cinematic forest scene at golden hour, with dramatic light rays through the trees. Type your prompt into the text field. Describe the subject, the lighting, and the mood, in that order. Something like, a misty pine forest, golden hour sunlight, cinematic light rays, ultra-detailed, dramatic atmosphere. First, generate this without Alchemy. Click Generate, and wait. Look at the result. It's decent. The composition works, but look closely at the light rays. They're a little flat, and the texture on the bark looks slightly soft. This is a solid, cheap draft. Cost-wise, this ran you roughly 4 credits. But wait, there's a faster way to judge if you need more. Now toggle Alchemy on, keep the exact same prompt, and generate again. Watch the difference. The light rays now have real volume. The bark texture shows individual grain. Shadows fall with actual depth instead of a flat gradient. This version cost you close to 8 credits, double the first pass. So here's the trade-off, stated plainly. Alchemy off is for drafts, thumbnails, quick concept checks, and social posts where nobody zooms in. Alchemy on is for anything going on a large canvas, a print, a hero shot, or a final client deliverable. If you're iterating on composition, stay off and save your credits. Once the composition is locked, then switch Alchemy on for your final render. This single habit alone can cut a heavy user's monthly credit spend dramatically, without losing any real quality where it counts. This next part is the one thing that changed everything for me. Prompt adherence. Scroll down in your generation settings and find the prompt adherence slider. This controls how strictly Phoenix follows your exact wording versus how much creative freedom it takes. Set it low, and Phoenix gets more artistic, sometimes drifting from your prompt in surprising ways. Set it high, and Phoenix locks onto your exact words, perfect for product shots, text and image work, or anything with strict requirements. For our forest scene, push adherence up around 70%. generate again, and notice how the light rays now match your described angle, almost exactly. Now let's talk about high contrast and vibrance. Two settings people constantly confuse. High contrast pushes your shadows darker and your highlights brighter. It's built for punchy, dramatic, editorial-style images. Vibrance pushes color saturation without crushing your shadows. It's built for vivid, colorful, social media-ready shots. For our cinematic forest, enable high contrast. Keep vibrance moderate. Generate one more time, and watch those golden light rays turn genuinely dramatic. Here's a common mistake almost every beginner makes. They enable high contrast and alchemy and max vibrance all at once on every image. The result looks over-processed, noisy, and honestly kind of fake. Real cinematic quality comes from choosing one dominant enhancement, not stacking all of them blindly. Pick your priority, mood, color, or sharpness, and lead with that one every time you sit down to generate. Let's talk business applications for a moment, because this isn't just a hobby tool. Agencies use this exact alchemy off then on workflow to pitch concepts to clients cheaply, then only pay full cost once a concept is actually approved. Freelancers building stock image libraries do the same thing. Draft in bulk cheaply, then upgrade only their best sellers. That single workflow change can protect a real budget across an entire month of client work. There's an automation angle here too. Leonardo's API lets you script batches of drafts overnight, alchemy off, so you wake up to dozens of cheap concepts already generated. Then you manually select your favorites and run those specific few through Alchemy for the draft, expensive final pass. This turns a slow, expensive process into a fast, cheap first pipeline. Now for an advanced technique almost nobody talks about. You can chain generations. Take your finished Alchemy image and feed it back in as an image-to-image reference at low strength, around 15 to 20%. This nudges small details, like light direction, without destroying the composition you already locked in. It's a subtle move, but it separates amateur output from something genuinely polished. Let's finish our project. Our forest scene now has Phoenix as the model, Alchemy on for the final pass, adherence at 70%, and high contrast enabled. Export it at full resolution and compare it side by side with your very first draft. The difference is honestly dramatic. Deeper shadows, sharper texture, and light that actually feels three-dimensional. Now, remember that setting I mentioned at the start. Here it is. Inside your generation settings, there's a guidance scale value hiding below prompt adherence. Most people never touch it, and it's set high by default, which quietly increases processing, time, and credit usage on every single image, even when Alchemy is off. Lower it slightly for casual drafts, and raise it only for your final Alchemy pass. That one adjustment alone can save you dozens of credits across a normal week of generating. One more hidden feature before we wrap up. Inside the Alchemy panel, there's a contrast tab most users scroll straight past. It lets you fine-tune how aggressive the second render pass behaves, instead of accepting the default blindly. For portraits, pull it down slightly. For landscapes like ours, push it up slightly for extra depth. Leonardo also rolls out model refinements fairly often, so keep an eye on their changelog. Phoenix itself was a major upgrade over their earlier models, and whatever comes next will likely push prompt adherence even further. Let's cover one expert strategy the top creators actually use. They never judge Alchemy quality from a single generation. Instead, they run 3 variations at once. Alchemy off, compare compositions side by side, pick the strongest one, and only then spend the extra credits turning that single winner into a final Alchemy pass. This turns an expensive guessing game into a cheap, structured selection process. And over a month of heavy generating, the credit savings genuinely add up. Here's another expert habit worth stealing. Keep a simple personal note of which prompt styles actually needed Alchemy and which ones looked fine without it. Portraits and product shots usually benefit the most. Simple flat illustrations and quick mock-ups almost never do. After a week of tracking this yourself, you'll start predicting the right setting before you even generate, which saves both time and credits. Before you go, here's your action plan for today. Open Leonardo, select Phoenix, and generate one image with Alchemy off as a cheap draft. Lock your composition, then switch Alchemy on, push Prompt Adherence up, and choose either High Contrast or Vibrance. Never default to both. Export your final image and compare the cost against the quality gain. Doing this today matters because credits are a real budget, and most creators burn through theirs guessing. Understanding exactly when Alchemy earns its cost versus when it's wasted is the difference between a sustainable workflow and running out mid-project. Try this exact sequence on your very next generation, and you will immediately see and feel the difference in both quality and cost. If this masterclass saved you credits, that's genuinely the whole point. Now go build something with it.